What's good, y'all? This is Let's Get It with Coach Los. I'm your host, Coach Los AC, certified life and relationship coach that helps people fix or find the relationships they want. And this podcast covers the best relationship advice, tools, and action steps to get the results you want in your personal, professional, and of course, love life. So I hope you get a lot of value from the episode. And if you do, as always, remember to like and subscribe so you can be notified when I drop new episodes. Let's get it. You guys will be 10 times more effective with resolving conflict or overcoming issues and obstacles between you and your partner if you remember to ask yourself one core, simple question every time conflict arises, which is what I'm doing right now helping our overall relationship goal or hurting it? Very simple concept. But before we can first ask ourselves that question, ask yourself this. Do we even have a unified relationship goal? Do we have a vision together? What is the common goal we band together around that we're both working towards as a unit? If you don't have that, it's a bigger problem than this obstacle or whatever conflict you're dealing with. Because if you don't have a unifying goal, a vision that you guys both want to preserve and work towards, then what's the point of even working through your differences together, right? You're working through them towards what end? Towards what outcome that you're trying to preserve. But if you're clear on that couple's goal you guys unify around, the next question to ask yourself is, do we both actually believe in the same goal? Do we both want that goal? Because look, yeah, it's one thing to have a relationship goal, but then it's another thing for both of you and your partner both to be invested into it. If you both aren't invested into reaching the goal, then figuring out how to resolve your conflict and stuff together is going to be kind of pointless. So what's our relationship goal? Are we both committed to that goal? And then, is what I'm doing contributing to the goal or hurting the goal? Meaning, is the way I'm approaching my partner in different situations, is the way I'm evaluating this circumstance, is the way I'm responding to them, is the way I'm speaking, is the way I'm asking questions, are these in ways that contribute to the goal? Are they helping the situation or are they hurting it more? Meaning, is my tonality and being said in a way that they're going to receive it in a positive manner that makes one work with me or against me? Meaning, it's the type of questions I'm asking actually helping to get clarity towards us being unified towards the goal, or is it just self-serving? Is it me trying to, catch them in something in some kind of, indirect way of interrogating them? Is the way I'm reacting to what they're saying to me in a defensive manner, right? To where they get offended and now we're hurting the goal, right? Or is it in a way that's loving or concerning or considerate to whatever they're feeling? Hell, is my day-to-day way of thinking and approaching our relationship as a whole in a manner that's going to help the goal? Do I think positively about the relationship? Do I think of my partner as a person that loves me and I love them and we just have differences and misunderstandings we have to work through so we can be on the same page to get our goal? Or do I think pessimistically all the time? Am I always speaking about how much they don't really care about me? Or how much they really don't love me and how much I question whether I made the right decision, right? All things that are going to take away from that goal that I say I want. A very simple question that reveals very profound awareness of how you're operating in a situation towards helping your goal versus hurting it. But then there's the other piece to that. Ask yourself that same question in respect to your partner. Is the way they're approaching this situation helping the goal? Is the way they're responding to me helping the goal? Is their day-to-day way of thinking helping or hurting the goal, right? And why do you ask yourself that? Because then if you can identify, well, from my perspective, or at least the way I feel whenever they approach me in a certain way or the way they respond to me in a certain way in a negative manner or something that gets me triggered and wanting to respond in a, negative manner back, it's not helping the goal, right? Because you both must be happy or feel heard and understood to be unified to go get to the goal. And so your next thing to yourself should be, if I can identify what I feel they're doing that's not helping us get to that goal, then now how do I go to them and approach them in a way that helps the goal, right? Meaning I'm being loving or supportive, understanding, or coming in not guns blazing, but seeking to understand and help them see my perspective. How would I say it if I really wanted to reach that goal? Right? So I can help them see their side of the equation and at least talk through it with them to understand why they react the way they do, why they're operating the way they are, because maybe there's information I'm not aware of that can help me to adjust my approach because what I'm doing is not helping the goal. to make them more inspired to work with me to reach the goal. If you take this approach, offer this simple question a lot more, and you remain consistent in doing so, it's going to change the game for you being able to solve conflict and resolve issues in your relationship. Keyword consistently, though, because you can't do it one time or take this approach a few times and think it's going to change everything. And if it doesn't, you say, oh, it doesn't work. Life and relationships work in momentum. So you need time of doing that consistent same pattern or routine for your partner to catch up. If you're getting this before they are getting it themselves, before they have caught on, you have to keep being the example, because the same way it took time for all those issues to build that you guys are working through, it's going to take time to reverse things to the belief systems you want to have versus how you guys are seeing your relationship currently. If you want help on learning how to build the tools and the skill sets to work through your conflict effectively, to do the things that are going to serve your relationship goal and not take away from it, and help your partner see the same if they're not seeing it, either email me or DM me coaching, and we will get to work if you're ready to put the work in. Let's get it.